Welcome to ChiroSecure's Empowering Women in Chiropractic, the Facebook Live show for successful women by successful women, proving once again women make it happen. Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. Now join today's host, Dr. Nicole Lindsey, as she talks overhead, debt, and creating other sources of income. And now, here's Dr. Nicole.
Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. I'm your host this week, Dr. Nicole Lindsey. I'm also the founder of Dominate Chiro Marketing, where I teach chiropractors how to build relationships and bridge gaps with medical doctors in their community. So if you have questions on how to do this, how to bridge gaps and build relationships with MDs in your community, feel free to reach out to me. First of all, I want to thank ChiroSecure for bringing us together and allowing us to do this. So make sure you give them some love, some likes, comment where you're watching us from. We love ChiroSecure and
Dr. Nicole Lindsey, as she talks overhead.
Today, I have a very, very special guest. I met this special lady at a chiropractic event recently. She was a speaker, and I have to say, she rocked the stage. She is a chiropractor. She's an international speaker. She's the vice president of Chiro Mission. She's the founder of a series called Get Naked, where she helps people clear emotional subluxations. And she's a mother. She balances it all. And she's here today so we can talk to her. Thank you for being here, Dr. Ara Tovar.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nicole. It's such a pleasure to be here. And thank you to ChiroSecure for having us women here to empower each other and collaborate. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, I've been watching some of your videos, and I love that you do the same. You know, you bring a lot of powerful chiropractors and other women on, and you collaborate and you just build each other up. So I think you're a perfect guest for this show. So I want to talk a little bit about mission work. I know that you've been doing this for a while now, and I want to know what got you into going on mission trips and being a part of this.
Well, it's not so glamorous. It was actually in my bucket list after 10 years in practice. I just had it there. And I said, I have to go on a mission trip. And I pretty much heard of Dr. Judson and Dr. Eddie Martinez going on one. And I literally jumped in this guy's trip like 2 weeks in. And I just booked it and went. And it truly changed my life. Not that I didn't love chiropractic. I love chiropractic and I love being in practice. However, it just reminded me why I got in chiropractic in the first place. And I just saw how simple and how beautiful it can be when we get ourselves out of the way and we just let it flow. So mission work did that for me. It just gave me the spark that somehow through the paperwork I had lost a little bit. And I was hooked. I said, and the organizers then just asked me back, and then I had to come back to translate for Dr. Patrick and Temple. And of course, I couldn't say no to that, to spend 3 days with Dr. Patrick and Temple. So I did that, and I've been going ever since. And yes, it's a lot of work because we facilitate these trips. But it is when you give, you get so much back in return that sometimes I feel mission work is a little bit selfish because when we give and we help others and we build each other up and we facilitate a service for people to grow and be their best self, we always win. So it is beautiful work. If you've never been on a mission trip, please join us. I'm about to lead a mission trip in 2.5 weeks. And I have a great group and I'm very excited. And I think our next trip is going to be next fall.
That's amazing. I've never been on one, but I've always wanted to go. I'm definitely going to join you at some point. So I have to know what was your most memorable mission experience?
Oh, wow. I feel that first trip, because I was not
Sometimes I feel
part of
mission work is a
anything, I
little
was
bit
just
selfish.
experiencing it. Because when I had like one aha moment after another. And yes, I spoke the language. So I feel like I get cheated out of the experience of not even having the language and just experiencing chiropractic at its raw. But that trip, I never forget stopping at a gas station and just literally getting out of the car, aligning everybody at the gas station and adjusting them. And I was like, it was so mind boggling that we could do this, that we could go into schools and the kids would be lined up and I could give a little late lecture for 2 minutes to the teacher and everybody will participate. And the kids were so welcoming to receiving this. Their smiles, the connection that happens as soon as you give that adjustment, I was able to experience over and over hundreds and hundreds of times. So it's just, that first time just stayed with me to deal with anything that came after that. So it was just the most beautiful thing. And yes, we have had miracles. As we see, we have miracles in chiropractic every day. And we sometimes don't talk too much about them. Maybe we should. And in mission, you see it even more clearly because these people are just so welcoming and they have no preconceptions of what chiropractic is. They're just open to receive this gift. And so I feel like the energy just flows through that much quicker and miracles are expressed even faster.
Yeah, that's a great point. We take it for granted that we're able to do this day in and day out and that we have it, and a lot of the places that you're going, they just don't have access. So it's something we take for granted. So, well, that's awesome. And I bet that mission work has really led you into what you do now with
Hmm.
teaching chiropractors and even people outside of the profession just about
Yes.
relationships and healthy relationships. So let's talk about that a little bit. Because I know that we have students that are watching this. We have women, we have men, we have a little bit of everything, and everybody can benefit from learning about how to have healthy relationships. So, um,
Yeah.
how
Yeah. Just
important is it to have healthy relationships if you're a chiropractor?
wow. I feel relationships are everything. That's why I spoke about relationships well at Karo Sushi where we met. And I just feel that if we do not imagine having all the money in the world and all the fame and having everything you wanted and not having anybody to share with, not having relationships around you to share that love, that abundance of blessings that you got. It will be really sad, right? So I think relationships are something that we don't talk too much about because we always think it's about romantic relationships. And I'm talking about all kinds of relationships. I'm talking about relationship to self, first of all, your relationship to your source, then your relationship to self, then relationship to your inner circle, and then the people that you work with and everybody else in this world. And it's all about building that relationship daily and doing something towards those relationships that you want to work on, just like you would do for your health, right? It's not like you're going to go to the gym once and never go back again, or eat healthy once, never go back again, or work on your relationship the day of your wedding and then forget about it. It takes work. Everything that is worth it is going to take work. And I feel relationships are key. And when it comes to us being chiropractors, women, male, students, doesn't matter, start building relationships now because collaboration is where we're going. And build relationships with the people in your profession, with the people in your circle. Don't let them go astray because you're stressed because of school or because of opening a practice or everything else that comes with that and the student loans and all that. Make time, schedule time to work on those relationships that are going to build you up. So when you do fall, you get to bounce back up because life is going to give you, you're going to fall many, many times. If you're not falling, you're not living. So definitely have the relationships because that is going to be your fastest bounce back. Relationship to self, first and foremost, because if you're not good with you, you cannot be good with others. Period. Exactly. Especially chiropractors. We're preaching health. We're preaching, we got to live it. You
Yeah.
cannot preach what you don't own.
Right.
So I feel that relationships are a key. And I could talk about this for 100 years. So please stop me.
Yeah, no, I see you're passionate about it, and
Yeah.
it's part of the package. We can eat healthy food, we can exercise, but if we don't have that, relationship with ourselves,
Hmm.
if we can't have that, then we can't have relationships with other people. What's a common mistake you see that chiropractors tend to make when it comes to making relationships with perhaps their patients?
Yeah. Well, I feel that when it comes to our patients in our office, we do. I mean, I probably have made 100 mistakes. So I'm going to speak from my experience. I've been in practice 20 years and I am very personality based. I get too close probably to patients. And we have to be the teacher and the leader, even if we have to say things that hurt sometimes. Okay. And that's where I feel that sometimes we become too much friends and we're afraid to say what we need to say and tell the truth, right? Because we don't want that patient to not like us or that patient to dump us or for that or to get a bad reputation or so we bend too much our values. That's why I speak about values a lot. Because if you don't have those values also straight with your relationship to self and what you want to give to the world, including your patients, then you're going to fluctuate too much on those values. You're going to cheat yourself. Then you're going to resent yourself. Then it's going to be the whole circle again, and the hamster wheel will never stop. So I feel that when it comes to our patients, we have to be the leader in our profession. Definitely live what you preach, please, chiropractors, and be the example. And do not be afraid to tell the truth because if it's coming from a good place in your heart, if we don't tell it, who else will? So that is my take on patients and chiropractic relationships with our patients. I mean, then when it comes to your spouses and your friends, be yourself, be true to your values because the moment you, again, it all comes to what do you want? What do you want to portray? Are you being true to you? Because sometimes we want to portray something that we're not. And that is the first lie. And from that lie, many other lies are going to come. So stay true to you and work from there, just like you will help a patient work from their foundation up. You're not going to bombard them with everything they're going to do because they're going to say, I can't do this, right? Well, you need to start steps and build the foundation so they can build from there. They can trust you to then believe you as they're seeing results and they're seeing their lives change. But don't be afraid to tell the truth if that is according to your values. Again, if you that's not a part of your values, then go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like getting a really good core foundation of what you're all about yourself. What would be
Mhm.
some practical things, some practical tips that you can give to somebody listening right now that's saying, yeah, I really, where do I start with this? How do I be true to myself and
Okay.
live this way? What would be some things they could do?
I think one thing, and I say it all the time, in order to be ready for the day, is I have this exercise that I do every morning, and I recommend it to everybody. And you can give it to your patients because you will do them a favor. I literally, and I'm in my room now, so I did this last time, but I have different anchors. So I literally just step on like a cushy mat, and this is my first anchor. I step on this cushy mat. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to God. I connect with God first. Grateful to God for this beautiful day. Then I go directly to the mirror in the bathroom and I connect to me and I say, good morning, Aura. I love you and accept you just as you are. I forgive you for whatever it is, right? That you want to say, let's have an amazing day. So connect to God, connect to you before you give to the world, before you check your cell phone and you check your emails and you get 350 notifications. I mean, I one of the things I do is just airplane mode. Also, oh my God, give yourself that little time. Give yourself a window without 300 because it's another spiral. Before you know, you're checking a text message and then you're going into LinkedIn, you're going to your emails, you're going, and you will never connect to your mirror. Honestly, your day is going to come and then you can do your grateful journal. You can exercise, meditate. There's so many things. But that first connection that will take you 30 seconds, people. And if you do that, I promise you will set the tone for a wonderful day. And then you can build from there however you want.
So important, very practical, easy. It's just a matter of
Easy.
doing it.
So
And
write it in your mirror. I have also pens for my mirror. And yeah, you know, somebody might think I'm crazy. Doesn't really matter. It's my life. So, so you can just write these things while you're learning it in your mirror. You're going to look in the mirror. So you say it, and it will feel weird at first. Don't get me wrong. It's going to feel weird. It doesn't feel weird. As you see, I could tell it in front of 100 people. It doesn't feel weird, but it will feel weird. But the more you do it, it will become a habit. And it's the most beautiful habit you can have in order to clear all the energies and give yourself the best chance for an amazing day and for all the people that are going to encounter you as well.
And that's perfect. And that's a great tip, because you can't give the best of you if you don't know exactly what you need first, and you don't give to yourself first. So thank you for that. And thank you for reminding us to do that and giving us a great tip. Thank you for being here. We could go on for hours. I feel like there's so much more I want to cover. I truly respect you, and you're a mother of 2 teenagers, and you're balancing it all. And you have so much to give to our profession and to the women and men of our profession. And I thank you for everything that you're doing. So thank you for being here. And I have to wrap it up. And next week's show is Dr. Randy. So make sure that you tune in and watch her amazing show. Thank you for being here with us all today, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. We hope you enjoyed this week's Facebook Live event. Please like us on Facebook, comment, and share. We look forward to seeing all of you next week for another episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Now, go ahead and hit the share button and tell your friends and colleagues about the show. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. This has been a ChiroSecure production.